So in conversation with Ron Kaufman, the world's guru on service, sir, it's such a pleasure welcoming you and thank you for coming.
It's a privilege
visiting
to
us.
be with you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We run the CEO's Business Growth Program, and in the CEO's Business Growth Program, we work on leadership, we work on entrepreneurship, and we work on discretionary effort, which is the one secret ingredient to make things work. And with your body of work, your knowledge, and everything that you've brought to the world, you're the master of discretionary effort in terms of service and what it is about. So it would be great if you can share some nuggets and some information that would help people who are either in the CBG program or considering joining the CBG program. How these things interact with each other.
Yeah. Well, I should say, first of all, that I am also a small business owner.
All right.
So anyone who's considering the CBG program, I have a sense of what does it take to start a business, come up with an idea, attract customers, build a team, provide a service or product, take care of all of what's involved in having a successful business. And this idea of discretionary effort, is a fascinating term. Yeah. Let me ask you first, what actually do you mean by that? And then I can put it in a service context.
Okay. So discretionary effort is effort that the people that work in the organization are willing to put. Is by definition, discretionary effort is something that you can't buy, you can't induce, you can't use fear. It's just their heart that they bring forward. And it is the 5% of businesses that seem to succeed because the discretionary effort is flowing in that organization.
Because the people in the organization have that clarity and desire to put in that extra bit of effort.
Right.
Okay, which you're calling discretionary effort. Okay, so what does every business need in order to succeed? It needs somebody that wants what it is that you have to provide, whether it's a service or a product. And providing that to somebody else, they're going to be happy to be your customer, recommend you, come back to you, pay more for you, etc., as long as you're doing something that is of value to them. And that points to the first nugget, which is, what is service? Our definition is service is taking action to create value for someone else. Now, here's the interesting thing. What's the most important part of that definition? Service is taking action to create value for someone else. A lot of people think the most important part is taking the action. But actually, the most important part is how well you understand the someone else. How well you are tuning your listening, your concern, your thoughts to their concerns, to their objectives, their needs. Then you can figure out what is it that they value, and then you can figure out what action to take. So when you talk about discretionary action as being the key, how do you know that the discretionary action is the right action?
Right.
It's not whether you say so, it's whether or not the people that you're serving actually get the experience of that additional 5%.
Right. Absolutely. That's brilliant. I mean, the distinction that you made was from, are you in action? Are you creating value? Are you listening to the requirements of the customers and then delivering? And where exactly the emphasis lies? The emphasis lies in first listening to the requirements and then figuring out how to generate that value and then take the action consistent with all of that.
Yes. The only thing I would say in my language a little bit differently is you can say listening for requirements, but what if the person that you want to serve, you want to create value for, they haven't yet distilled requirements, right? Then what are you going to listen for? Aspirations, concerns, anxieties, dreams, ambitions, hopes. The better you can understand what someone else wants to become, then you can understand, well, what is it that they would value? And then from your own position of expertise, design the action that will bring forth the value, that will certainly fulfill requirements. But what makes it discretionary, the extra 5%, is that when you can do more than just what they've already told you that they require, now you're helping them to actually achieve their dreams. And that positions your business then as something extraordinary.
Right. So as a business owner and as a coach with a worldwide following, you've lived a mentored life. And the CEO's Business Growth Program is about coaching and mentoring. So, what can you offer to participants
Yes.
or to prospects who are thinking of coming into the
Yeah.
CBG program? What does mentoring and coaching do?
It's perhaps the single most extraordinary component of any success I've achieved, as well as a source of tremendous fulfillment and satisfaction. The idea that there are other people I can learn from and I can learn with, that my role as a business owner is actually to be an incredibly avid learner and to bring that passion for learning to the other people who then come to work with me. Because part of the reason other people are drawn to work in my organization is they know that I myself am dedicated to continuously improving. And where do you get that source of inspiration and guidance and insight and knowledge and experience is from people who are more experienced than you. And that means finding good mentors. And you and I have just gotten to know each other over the time together, and I have such an admiration for the depth of experience that you have, what you shared with me about your 2 MBAs, the hospital that you started, the work that you've done in areas of personal development, and then the creation of this business and the coaching program. If I were resident in Dubai, I'd be your client.
Thank you so much, sir. That was absolutely brilliant. Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure.